As all of us here know, whether you're committed to a cause, whether you've partaken in many campaigns to get involved in issue areas or follow certain candidates, or whether it's maybe wanting to change the makeup of a certain area. I started managing campaigns and getting involved back in 98, 99, when I realized that in Glendale we had an opportunity to change the makeup of an area that had been Republican since 1942, since World War II. And Nayiri was one of the first individuals that I came across who wanted to be active, who had an issue and a platform area to fight for, and was extremely well-versed and knowledgeable, and had a passion. She actually wanted to move things forward. She wanted to make a difference and wanted to make a change. So we got together. I need to hold a... Really? I still need to be louder than what I am now? I guess the speaker is right behind me, so it's a little hard. It fools me. Can everybody hear me now?
Yes, there we go.
All right, much better. So, in her, I saw someone that needed to be in public policy, but even more, to have the platform to be able to push for the very changes that she kept on talking about. So in 2005, I had the honor and pleasure of actually pushing for her campaign, and when she became a candidate for the first time for school board, and our relationship has only grown since then. In her, I see someone that is willing to pick up any fight at any given moment because of what she believes in and stands for. And that is a very rare commodity, as we all know. It's sometimes easy to slip on things or to walk past by things if it's not too popular or if it's a bit of a big lift. And sometimes as young Democrats, you know, some of us are guilty of doing that as well. But what's important is making sure that we see the value in people who are willing to always step up and not back down out of from a fight. And that's what Nayiri has embodied. I'd like to invite you to come up here. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here and recognize you. Now, even though we ended up not winning the 2005 race, she needed to get a better consultant so that she would win in 2007. So it gives me great pleasure and honor to introduce Nayiri and to recognize her for all her wonderful accomplishments and for never backing down from a fight. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you stand for.
Good evening, Democrats. How are you doing? You know, this tonight makes me miss President Obama even more. You know, right? Who's with me? And the reason is this loud enough or too loud? It feels like it's too loud.
No.
Okay.
Louder.
So it feels like the reason is because as I'm thinking about Bobby Kennedy, right? As I'm thinking about his eloquence and the way that he spoke and the way he articulated and the way that he showed how much he cared about working people, about regular folks, how passionate he was and how eloquent he was. I miss President Obama even more. You know, one of the speeches that I tell my students about is I teach at Cal State LA in the School of Social Work, and one of the stories I tell my students about is one of President Obama's initiatives, My Brother's Keeper. And I tell my students, we are each other's keepers. We are our brother's keepers and we are our sister's keepers. And that is the message that I receive from you, from groups like you, from the San Fernando Young Democrats. And I really, really appreciate it. These awards really are a reflection of you, the young people who are in the trenches, still doing the work that needs to be done. So in Glendale Unified, all of us do our part. And Jennifer Freeman and I are from Glendale Unified School District. We just passed not only a resolution for safe havens for Glendale Unified School District, but really to figure out how to implement it effectively, right? because you can pass a resolution, but what does the front office employee do when they are faced with an immigration officer? How willing are we to cooperate, and what's the cost of not cooperating? We want to know those things, and we want to do what's right. So I really am humbled by the fellow awardees tonight. I'm really humbled by the group of folks who I share this award with this evening. And also I want to thank the San Fernando Young Democrats for really reaching out and doing the things that you keep doing each and every day. And so thank you so much, and keep up the good fight. I know that it's a cliche, we say this a lot, which is now more than ever, right? We need to raise the dollars. Now more than ever, we need to vote and get out there. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah, now more than ever, right? And so now more than ever, we need to be out there. And one of the things that I want to leave you with is the Kennedys really did inspire us to be optimistic and to strive harder to find the resilience to overcome these kinds of moments. And so let's remember Bobby Kennedy, let's remember the Kennedys and their inspiration, and the fact that even though they were a fabulous and a progressive family, they had lots of ups and downs, but they were an inspiration to us, and we need to keep being an inspiration to each other and keep our hope alive. Thanks so much.